So today we have another tier list. This is going to be exclusively ultras. This is the annoying. This is exclusively the annoying ultra tier list. I thought it was a good idea, mainly because we just got a couple new ultras, and it'd be a lot easier to rank them all rank them all here as opposed to have them with the sparking units. So we have not annoying, slightly annoying, annoying, very annoying, and extremely annoying. You notice if you watch the last video. So I'm gonna start with not annoying, super like the units in not annoying, they're just not annoying. Like super like you can't really find anything to criticize them about. If the TLS had the free to play ultras, I would put them down here. Slightly annoying, these are units that have like certain qualities that kind of make them annoying. Like for example, Perfect Cell with his Indestruct, with his uncancelable endurance and buffer maneuver, and Bully with his with the only disrupt for his time. He was slightly annoying. Now we get on to annoying. These units are just pretty. They're annoying, but you're not really you don't really need to point out that they're annoying. Everyone just kind of knows it. Like Super Janemba, he was pretty annoying. He basically had a nearly unlimited cover null every time he swapped in. Basically it was like I think it was 5 counts every time he used one card for the first. On top of the stupid unique gauge, which was still probably one of the most annoying, strike unique gauges for the time. Draws ultimate combo with blues. Yeah, just overall really annoying. Ultra Golden Frieza, he just had the annoying as hell green cards, which gave him vanish, unique gauge, which was annoying. Comeback again, really annoying. He did stupid damage. Comeback did damage. He was overall really annoying to deal with. He was also bulky. Onto Ultra Kid Buu. This guy, he was annoying on launch, mainly because of his AoE green, and he also, I believe, had some buff nullification, and also when he's last man standing, I believe he permanently nullifies endurance. All of those wrapped into one, and an AoE green that turns blast into strikes. That is one annoying unit. Beast Gohan, if you ask 99% of the community, they probably put him in slightly annoying, but I'm not 99% of the community. I personally think that Beast is very annoying because he, for some reason, has buff removal. Probably one of the stupidest unique gauges we've seen. And Special Beam, which was nearly a free kill, all wrapped up into one, which, yeah, that's a really annoying unit. UG4. Now, this unit, he was very annoying. AoE lock-in green, unique gauge that counters everything except the Rising Rush, and an ult that basically one-shot nearly everything. Yeah, that's all wrapped up into one. It was basically, as we know, dominant for 90%, well, like 5% of 2024. Yeah, he was very annoying, but he was very annoying to deal with. But if you had him, he wasn't so bad. But he still was, like he was very annoying, but he wasn't extremely annoying as the units in top tier. Ultra Namek Goku. Now 90%. Now I feel like most of the community would put him in extremely annoying, but once again, I'm not most of the community, and I put him extremely annoying mainly because you can't really move him any lower. You can make a case for him being higher, but at that point, I'm just going to say skill issue, and you should watch when his gauge is. Now, the reason why I say this is because, yeah, his gauge does give lock-in, and he does have an AoE green, but it doesn't lock. His AoE green doesn't lock in. It's mainly his gauge, and I just don't really find him extremely as annoying as the units who are in top tier. Yeah, he does hit like a truck. Yeah, he does destroy Dragon Balls, but he's not as annoying as the units in top tier, I feel like. Now, Ultra Kaioken, Strike Lock, infinite combos, Vanish Back, infinite greens, need I say more? Basically was everything at the time. Also, I'm forgetting, I don't care. But, yeah. I said everything about what I need to say about Ultra Kaioken. Also, I'm now just realizing I forgot to put Ultra Super Gogeta, and if I were to put him, he'd probably be in slightly annoying. Which, I mean, he did have a shit ton of greens, probably one of the stupidest green cards in the game, and he did draw a shit ton of blues, but comparing him to the units in annoying, he'd fit right in. Ultra full power Frieza barely makes it here, and I say this for one reason. He's only here because of the triple Ultra team. If that team didn't exist, he would be at the very top of very annoying. Now Death Beam is extremely annoying to deal with. And that's really why he's mainly up here, but he also does a shit ton of damage, and he basically cancels buffs for basically forever. Ultra UI, one of the most annoying unique gauges ever. He was the first unit to ever dodge in the middle of a combo, basically. First unit to ever dodge in the middle of a combo. Did insane damage, and had a lock-in. Let's not forget that the lock-in cover null thing, the cover prevention thing, also granted lock-in, meaning you got an extra card. You can get an extra card in before you land the ultimate, which basically guaranteed the death of 90% of the units in the game at the time. Now on to everybody's favorite rat, Ultra Gohan. He just did stupidly insane damage, one of the most annoying greens in the game, one of the most annoying green cards in the game. AoE, I think it locked in. It's been fucking so long since I fought one, but he locked in, I think, had stupid ult damage, counter fucking blue, could play passively into the goddamn sun. Yeah, this unit was just overall a rat. Ultra Goku Black, if you are new, you probably are very lucky to not have experienced this unit in his goddamn body. This unit didn't have a lot of cover null, except he did have he got card draw speed whenever your opponent switched, which led to that snowballing into a shit ton of card draw speed with no cover null, except he could combo into the sun forever. The 3 ultimates hit like a goddamn truck, and also his blue card, he basically felt like it gave paralysis 100% of the time, and also bleed, which yeah is good enough. But yeah, it was the paralysis. It's the paralysis that mainly puts him up here, and also the very long combos, and also the 3 fucking ultimate shit. Ultra Vegito Blue, if you put him any lower, you are fucking lying to the government. Ultra Vegito Blue is probably one of the most brain-dead units I would ever put in the game. He, one of the stupidest counter green cards we've ever seen. Counters basically goddamn everything. MUI's green card before, MUI. Long combos into the sun, and he had vanish removal. Granted, it was not that good on entry. Oh, and the ultimate that hit like a goddamn truck. Yeah, he kind of deserves to be up here, and if you put him any lower, you are lying to yourself, and you're lying to the government, and everyone will be disappointed in you. UGB, now, hey, this probably isn't controversial, but this unit on release, extremely annoying to deal with. If you did not have UGB, thankfully I did, he was basically unkillable. You had to get very lucky with a rush, or had to work around all 3 of his... Well, it was mainly 1 gauge, because you never really got 3 off in 1 match when he was alive. The gauge, need I say more? Probably, if not the most infamous counter gauge we've ever gotten. Draws a blue. He did insane damage with the blue. He went type neutral. Probably has one of the best green cards we've ever seen in this game's history. I mean, it gave when we got far enough into the match, it gave vanish, type nullification, and cover null. Yeah, that's easily one of the best green cards we've ever seen. And it draws a blue. Yeah. Now on to UV4. Now, if you decide to put him lower, I will very harshly judge your opinion on how well and healthy you think units should be. This unit is one of the most brain-dead units we've ever seen. All he does is swap in, spam, and get out. That's not even counting his endurance, which for some fucking reason he has with buff nullification. Not only that, his ultimate hits like a goddamn truck. This unit is a fucking mistake. He should not have endurance. Oh, and his fucking stupid attack on entry. Yeah, that's so stupid. That's so useless. That's gonna be dead in like a month. If you can't tell, I hate this unit to the goddamn core. Yeah, I just think that this unit's very annoying and very brain dead. Actually, the next 2 units are UMV UV4. These two units are so fucking brain dead. I don't really feel like I need to say on to much about Ultra 4, so I'm gonna go on to UMV. UMV. Need to say a lot. One of the most busted green cards that we've ever gotten. Basically gives a full hand on you. It's not only that, when his gauge is full, it goes type neutral, which a lot of people forget. Not only that, he has a lock-in on entry or strikes. He has a lock-in somewhere in his kit aside from his ultimate. Ultimate has lock-in, which we're all infamous with now. Probably has the best unique gauge we've ever seen. And on top of that, he has the lock-in ultimate. And I'd like to say one more thing. The biggest crime of these two units at the top have is having mid animations.